Anderson to kick off.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morten Andersen to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Carry for the 1994 Hall of Famer, Tony Dorsett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run it with Tony D. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
He's across midfield to the 49.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now the Hall of Famer Dorsett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
On second down now. It's Sanders, and he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Now Vick leaves to Sanders on the draw. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up fourth. They will indeed go for it. Vick being chased out left. And he connects with Ertz. No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far. But 2nd and 13 here. Vick with a give to Sanders. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Romo. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard.
They'll run now with Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really floated around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll run. It's Dorsett. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
Midfield to the 48-yard line. A 4-yard gain.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Romo now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now it's Dorsett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you know.
Vick in trouble, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To try again after the sack. Vick into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it'll be Dorsett. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now Dorsett. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Makes the score.
And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Trayvon Diggs on
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
and 10.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Vick keeping on the option. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That throw by Vick, incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. On the give, this is Dorsett. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and touchdown. Tony Dorsett, 72 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
To throw is Romo, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Vick off the play fake for Sanders. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On second down, Vick again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And that will be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off.
No pain, no gain.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
That's out to the left and complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerry Rice there to make the grab. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
That's the score. Our home team 7, visitors nothing. Sebastian Janikowski set to kick off.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is Tony Dorsett, the Hall of Famer out of Pitt. And on his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery, eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they hand it off to Dorsett. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Running right, it's Dorsett. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
They're going to go for it. It's Romo. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Romo. And this one's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Back to their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Dorsett as the first half is winding down. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Pulls it in at the 13.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This still anyone's contest, a 2-point game as we get back underway on EA Sports.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Baker on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Flushed out right. And that's complete to Tony Dorsett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now Romo. of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
A first down.
Now a handoff working right. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, here's Romo. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They do snap it. Now Romo. Get him in. He finds Sanders. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 25.
The ball carrier.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now they try the right side here, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The kick by Bass is good. And they jump out in front here. It's 11-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he will he'll take it.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 20.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DeMarcus Ware. He's at the 50.
Yeah, baby.
The 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Is good. Makes the score. Visitors 18. Saints 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Allen to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a couple. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
41-yard line.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for two. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sidelines?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Romo. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Third down pass. Intercepted.
So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
A 31-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer. It's pretty evident to me.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay?
it goes. Jackson now to return. A good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Gannon. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. John Brown. 68 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. Our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots, but that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Carry for the 1994 Hall of Famer, Tony Dorsett. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now the Hall of Famer, Dorsett. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yard pickup.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, it's Romo. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. John Brown, 78 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Anderson on for the extra point.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Romo. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
The pick up there, 5 yards.
31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Romo. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Good. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Our home team, 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They'll run it with Tony D. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Number 11, incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They are going for it. It's Romo. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Dorsett, 28 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run on 1st down. It's Walker, and he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
3rd and long here. It's Romo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let this, that's caught inside the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On 1st and 10, Gannon. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.